I wanted to go over a character that I've been playing Middle-earth. It's been like a pretty good character, very tanky, and we'll go over the gear, but let's start with like a showcase map. This is for Constrictor, and let's see how it works. Of course. This is actually a pretty good character and that is like really tanky, and like I've been like really enjoying it. Yeah, this is like another summoner, and this league, like in the last league, been like a summoner league. But this is actually a raise spectres instead of like raise zombies, and we already have zombies for like that deal of like a ball in front of you, so nothing will hit you technically if you're careful enough. But with like 14.6k ES and everything that we have, which I'm gonna go over, it's actually tanky even if something hits you, you see? Like, you don't have to worry about that much. It's like more of a chill playstyle, which I really enjoy every now and then. And, yeah, talk about sustain. Yeah, I was actually going over a couple of different specters, but I actually enjoy these ones more than the others. They're actually pretty good in like the AoE, especially if you don't use conk effect on them. And yeah, the damage is good. Like the single target is not that bad technically. We'll go over the gear and I'll show you like a fast building for this, but pretty good. If I can find the boss, that would be even better. Okay, here we go. And let's spawn the Manowar before we actually go into the actual thing. Yeah, the general playstyle is just like put down your stuff and just stay away as much as you want. You have enough time to dodge everything. Yeah, and they go down really fast to be fair. Okay. Okay. I actually chose this boss because I wanted to show you like the chaos damage that your minions take. We do have some chaos resistance for minions, which is pretty good. Like if you remember at the start of this league, uh, the minions really couldn't do like Cyrus 8, especially because like you would die so often that was just not worth it. Like I would have to like raise the specters multiple time, and but after like the new changes and how like the Cyrus damages are reduced for minions, it actually makes a lot more sense. I did Cyrus 8 like 2 days ago and it was pretty like smooth, so should not be that much of an issue right now. And of course I did like Uber Cyrus, like all the guardians, everything with this build. It's actually pretty smooth and like you're not pressing that many buttons to be honest with you. Like flask when you need it, and yeah, just Armageddon brand. I'm gonna go over and just movement. Okay. So let's go over the gear real quick. And we got 3 maps back, not bad. So I'm actually using a bow for this character. You can use multiple things. Like you can put your raised specters in your chest, but like I use a bow because of like the plus socketed gems is actually pretty good for all minion builds, and the socket skills deal 20% more spell damage is really good. That's a multiplier to all of the other damages that we have. So we have like raised specter level 28. I actually got this 21 after like 7-8 tries. So I got it myself. You can do like an empower. I'm still trying to get an empower level 4. Awakened minion damage support. These are actually pretty cheap compared to the other ones. Or like you can do non-awakened as well. Like the damage increase is not that much, not noticeable, and I'm still trying to like raise this level. Elemental focus, feeding frenzy. You can actually put your feeding frenzy on your other minions, but I prefer them to be a little bit more aggressive. And spell echo because like we do care about the spell that the slave drivers are using. So this is our male mig. We are a guardian, so we're using a memory vault with like the max that you can get. I actually got this one for 14x with the specters have 40% increased damage. It was actually a pretty good deal, I believe. And we are actually getting a whole bunch of where's my oh 61%, so we have like 19,000 armor because of this. And you can use any other quiver, to be honest with you, but I choose this one because I do appreciate like the faster stuff energy shield, so I don't have to worry about even if I go down I'm gonna come back up very quickly. Astromantis because I'm actually stacking both strength and intelligence for this build because I want as much ES as possible as well as much strength as possible, because based on the strength this is going to give us percent ES. For the chest I'm actually currently using portal, but you're more than welcome to actually use animated guardian here. The rest of the links are going to be exactly the same. We're using elemental army because we actually have ras on generosity, so our minions are doing lightning damage, and this will give you minus 10% resistance on the enemies. Mid shield because if you're using animated guardian, or in my case because I'm using raised zombies, I don't want them to die. Minion life support, same reason. Empower for the same reason, and then raise zombie. And if you have like a animated guardian, just use the usual animated guardian gear. If you do wanna like choose the kingmaker, it's actually pretty good. I didn't feel the need to have a fortify, but that will give you and all the other minions fortify. It's pretty good with this setup, especially if you do like an empower level 4, a minion 21, 23, and a mid shield 21, 23. The animate guardian won't die, really, especially if you're careful and every now and then just cast your convocation. I'm putting a flame dash here. This ring is actually not that bad. We didn't care about anything but mana and a bunch of resistances which I got on this one. The same thing, resistance and ES. And for boots, these definitely can be improved. I actually chose to go for +1 to level of all raised spectre gems. This is something that you can do with like fossils. Uh, I could have gone like with some more MS, which would have been nice, but yeah, I didn't want it to get frozen, so I just put it under. These are actually pretty easy to craft yourself. Same thing, Shaper's Touch. Right now they're actually pretty cheap. Even at the start of the league they were a little bit more expensive, like 100C or something, but right now they're pretty cheap. I got this one, I don't remember for how much, but it's like +2 level of socket aura gems, and I'm using precision with generosity and rast, so I'm not getting any effect by rast and precision, but like all my minions are. And I also added discipline here on length, so the discipline is affecting me and all the other minions. And this gives me a level 22, and if you get like a 21 then that will be 23, which is pretty good. For the build, I went with this one. As you see, the attributes is really important, as I'll go over. We have 700 something intelligence and some strengths, which this translates into percent ES, which is good for us. And oh, I didn't go over this one. The effect of auras on you is actually pretty amazing, especially the only aura that we're currently using at discipline. But this gives you a lot more ES. I actually checked in passive building. It gives you more ES than some of the other higher rolls with ES without this. And yeah, that's pretty much the gear. Let's move over to the passive building so I can show you what it actually looks like right about now. So this is given that you actually have an Empower level 4. So if you put like a, actually not even. So if you put like an Empower level 4, you'll get like around 708,000 DPS per slave driver, which is pretty good. So we have a total of 4, you can do like 2.8 million shaper DPS. You can actually go for another chest that has plus 1 to the number of raised spectres, but I prefer this one because I wanted to survive more than anything else. And this is more than enough DPS for anything that you want to do in this game. Flame dash, precision, all the normal things. So yeah, I already went over the item. Let's go over the tree real quickly. So basically what you want is as much ES as you can, as much percent ES as you can, as much mana as you can, because they all translate to your survivability, as well as if you can get as much minion damage as you can. So basically we are actually a guardian. We come over here just for the mana and some like ES percentages. We come this way, we grab all the minions. I actually grabbed way too much minion life and regen because I just didn't want to bother basically resummoning any of my minions, and they've been really tanky so far. We have Zealot's Oaths to, because we are CI, so we have Zealot's Oaths so we can translate our regen, life regen to ES regen. Same thing here, we grab a bunch of minion damages. These are actually pretty good. We have Unending Hunger. This will give us our Raise Expectors Soul Eater for 20 seconds. Don't worry about having 2 of them. 50% is more than enough for all your Raise Expectors to have like Soul Eater all the time. We have 3 Grand Spectrums here for the mana, of course, and then we have one of these just to translate these lives to ES basically. We also grab these here just for the chaos resistance. Our minions are actually already capped, as you can see. Right? But what we're worried about is this one, the chaos resistance. We wanted to get as much as we can. So that would be it. This has been a pretty good build. I really enjoyed playing this build. I do suggest you guys try it out, especially if you want to have like a more chill playstyle. You don't have to do that much. All the things that we are using is actually being gonna cast when damage taken, Desecrate, Molten Shell, and Flesh Offering. Basically, this casts Flesh Offering every time that we need it to, and I actually have Wall Discipline, Wall Molten Shell here, just in case something happens. I can easily use that. And the reason that I have the brand, the Armageddon brand, you could actually go like Avatar of Fire and do the other brand, but I didn't want to basically spend this 1 point, so I went with like Armageddon brand because already fire and because we have Elemental Equilibrium. The enemies actually get like minus 50% resistance to lightning, which is the damage dealer for us. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Thank you guys for watching. See you next time.